time to start. Your attention please. Thank you for choosing this video production. We hope this episode provides the utmost in your viewing pleasure, and that you enjoy the many wonderful features of this experience. And remember, do not attempt this or any wildlife research or investigative procedures without proper authorization and guiding experience. Again, enjoy the video.
Here it is, July of this year, 2016. I was just here in February, and all of the water from a year ago flooding, as it were, had receded. And now the flooding from this past March, 2016, apparently has left this area underwater again. Back to the location of my original and inaugural Bigfoot investigation. All the same area as before. That's the area that I did the tree knocks and whistles that very first night, April of 2015. And all of that ground there was underwater at that time. Even though the area has reflooded now, July of 2016, at least the water is not as high as it was a year and 3 months ago, to where all of that was submerged. This location is the beginning of this wildlife management area investigation. 37,000 plus acres of protected wildlife. I met a witness here at this location to begin, and before I could get my camera out, turned on and begin recording, the witness did his own set of tree knocks. He actually tells me he did tree knocks last deer season, and states that he heard answer tree knock within the vicinity. So contacting me, he said, I'll take you where I was deer hunting and did my own tree knocks, and heard reply tree knocks. Anyhow, while I'm trying to get the camera up and running, turned on and hit the record button, he did his tree knocks, and within maybe 15 seconds of him doing those tree knocks, I heard an answer knock. Straight away, 12 o'clock position across the road, I'm guessing 100, 150 yards away. It was a single knock. There was wind that day. Yes, it could have been a limb snapping and falling, hitting the ground, but the low tone sound of the wood knock gave me the impression that this was an answer reply tree knock. I didn't say anything to the guy because I was waiting to see if more reply knocks would follow. There were no other wood knocks, so I asked him to do 3 more tree knocks to attempt to invoke yet another reply, and after a few seconds decided that there were going to be no other reply wood knocks. So from there we took off down the road to work our way back into the wildlife area, back into a very low land area, swampy, marshy, and as you'll see in a few minutes, standing water, flood water, remains even in the month of July in this area. This area here is a known deer hunter access area, so it's obviously a good food source area for Bigfoot creatures. Here I was taking a quick turnaround video from the 6th position to make sure a curious creature hadn't walked out behind us as we stood overlooking the food plot area. Here we've reached the portion of the wildlife area along this road where the swamp and marsh begins. Of course, you see a lot of downed trees. Some of them look like they could have been on purpose along the way, you'll notice as we move along, but my guess is it's from floodwater and unstable soil and older, heavier trees, deadfall. Came to a portion in the wildlife area that's probably one of the lower parts where the gravel road passes through, and obviously floodwater is over the road. So to get to the other side, you just drive on through. Just so you know, right in this area, the road is the only high point ground in the swamp area. Everything on either side of the road is underwater. Right here, I got out of the truck and did my own set of 3 wood knocks. Thought it was worth giving it a try. I did a lot of slow motion editing into these clips in the video to slow down the motion of the film image so that you can have kind of a prolonged viewing of the forest. This photo was taken by a fellow researcher. The location is in central Louisiana in an active area that I investigated in February of this year. This is the approximate area where the witness told me that he, while deer hunting, did his tree knocks last season and said he heard some reply wood knocks.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good idea, shot the hell.
That is for sure.
checked the lunar calendar for the date that I was in this area, and the moon was just a new moon the day before I was in this area, which means at nighttime the sky was predominantly dark, no shining moonlight by which wildlife would be feeding. So I said all that to say I'm curious as to why we didn't even see the first deer jump from cover. Add a quick freeze frame of that shot of the truck mirror to check the sixth position while driving out.
Just random happenstance heard the sound of limb breaking, tree snapping going by this area. Obviously that's perfect cover. Real estate for Bigfoot. It's high ground, it's elevated up from the road, which the road is probably 2 or 3 feet above grade, above the swamp in the marsh. So it's obvious high-grade suspect of Bigfoot domain and habitat.
Again, we got the GoPro camera turned to the sixth position, just randomly checking to see if any creature might walk out behind the truck as I'm driving out.